Hey, light workers and lurkers. This is Drayana Hathor, and today I wanted to do a video talking about how alimony works after a spiritual divorce. Now, in my prior videos about my spiritual spouse, um, I mentioned that he and I were spiritually divorced, and I didn't elaborate about like how that actually works. And I've been thinking about it for weeks now. Really, after I recorded the video, but it's been like I've been thinking about it for weeks. I was like, let me go ahead and delve into how all of this works because I said that I would be getting cash money, and people probably wonder how you getting cash money from a spiritual divorce because the spiritual is not part of the physical realm. So I really want to explain it. So I'll start by saying that when we both started our journeys on this planet, we both had to like make certain decisions to be aligned with coming into divine union. Now, subconsciously, before my awakening, I made decisions to be able to be aligned with being in divine union and getting all the blessings that come with being in a spiritual union, a divine union. You know what I'm saying? So he did not. Now, obviously, since we were already spiritual spouses from the time that we were born on this planet, I was born first. I'm 5 years older than him. But from the time we were born on this planet, we were already spiritual spouses. So that means that we were already in divine union in a previous lifetime or more. So coming and being born on this planet, you basically are tested to see if you'll make the right decisions and choose one another again. So we chose each other in previous lifetimes, or at least one, but it's been previous plural. So this lifetime we were supposed to I can't say we were supposed to choose each other again, but we were tested to see if we would choose each other again. So he did not pass the test. Like he did not do what he needed to do to align with me to be in union. So obviously, in previous lifetimes, he's done what he's supposed to do to come into union. But and it's not a small feat. Like you have to make certain decisions and stick to certain codes and live a certain way to be able to come into divine union. So it's a very, very, very great accomplishment to come into divine union, whether you're marrying a queen or you're marrying an empress, which I am. You know, it's not a small feat. It's a great accomplishment, and it's something that any divine masculine should be proud of, you know, and it's something that a queen or an empress should be proud of, you know, having a man, a divine masculine, a king or emperor, you know, by her side that actually, you know, did the work and it's like complements her. You know what I'm saying? They complement each other. It's a great, great, great accomplishment that is very, very, very valuable. And it comes with a lot of privileges. It comes with a lot of perks. It's definitely, definitely like the highest privilege. And it's levels to it. Like I said, if you come into divine union as a king and queen, it's very, very, you know, a privilege, and it's something to be proud of. But the higher ranked you are and the higher ranked the union, you know, the higher the prestige. Even more abundance comes with it. It's far more valuable. So to be born on this planet, and you're pretty much grandfathered in to the position that you left previous lifetimes or the previous lifetime, and to basically throw that away is a huge, huge, huge L. And I don't think that a lot of divine masculines understand how much of a L it is, because most divine masculines are not even ready for union. You know what I'm saying? And to be ready, it's like a board game. You know, not a board game, like a video game, I'll say. Like you reach levels and levels and levels, but divine union is like the pinnacle of all levels. So you reach that level, you know, in your a previous lifetime, and you're born into a new lifetime, and you have no idea the level that you're on spiritually. So you have your awakening, and it's no sense of urgency. You don't feel like, you know, that you need to make choices to be able to keep your spot. It's really sad. Like, that's a huge, huge L. And that's what my ex spiritual spouse did. Like, he didn't understand the position that he had. He didn't understand that someone could easily take his spot. Or maybe someone was meant to take his spot. You know what I'm saying? It can go so many different ways, because I've noticed that on this particular planet, Earth is like a physical realm, and a lot of divine masculines have had a hard time like getting themselves together on this planet. I'm going to get more into how this planet has an effect on divine masculines, whether it's chewing them up and spitting them out, or they just having too much damn fun. It can go so many ways, but like losing that ranking, losing that position is something that is very, very sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a huge L. And when I say L, I mean loss. LOSS is a huge loss. It's no way that you can consider yourself a winner. You lost. Okay, so when you have your great awakening, which I had and my ex-spiritual spouse also had, is basically like calling you to get into position. Get ready to come into union. Get ready to play your position. Like, you have to answer that call. You can't ignore that call. If you ignore that call, then you'll be in a position that he's in, right? So he ignored the call. So him ignoring the call and not doing what he was supposed to do, he essentially forfeited everything that he worked for in the previous lifetime. And really many lifetimes, but let's just go from the last place he stopped, you know, and this is a new start. This is a new lifetime. So he forfeited all the work he did the last lifetime where he didn't answer that damn call. So him not answering the call was basically saying, without having to use the words, but your actions, you know, the actions, like your actions can speak volumes. So his actions basically told the universe, you know, that he didn't want it anymore. But I don't think that he honestly felt that way. I believe that he honestly felt like shit was on his time. I was working on his time, the universe working on his time, like everything is on his, and ain't shit on that man's time. Nothing. You know, and if you think, because I hear this in tarot readings and stuff about time isn't real, you think time ain't real, and see how fast you miss opportunities thinking that time ain't real. Your life will pass you by thinking that time ain't a real thing. Now, I'm not saying that everything moves so fast, but you just never know. And and to be on the safe side, you better be at attention, on alert, and ready when you get that call, is what I'm saying. You know, but he was lucky enough to have ample opportunity to get in line, and he didn't. And I think that he got that much grace and that many opportunities because of his rank. But his, he also figured that no one else could take his place. Like he was my only option as a spiritual spouse. So it was a lot of arrogance, a lot of selfishness. It was a lot of things that caused him to forfeit everything he worked for. So his arrogance, his lack of movement, his selfishness essentially backfired on him big time. And he lost everything. So since he and I aren't coming into divine union, and he forfeited all of the abundance that would come to him, because once we were in divine union, we will be rewarded for our hard work. We will be rewarded for our sacrifices. We will be rewarded for healing, for our choices. All of that you get a reward for, right? So by him forfeiting his reward, saying I don't want it, he sacrificed it. And he sacrificed it. I'm not even going to get into everything that he did and why he did what he did. I spoke deeper about it in my spiritual spouse video, so you can listen to those if you haven't heard them yet. But you can see pretty much, you know, well, yeah, you can figure out and hear a little bit deeper into it. But that what he forfeited does not just go poof in the wind. Like, who do you think gets what he forfeited? I do. I get what was supposed to come to him. So instead of me just getting my reward, I'm getting double for my trouble, but really more than double. So I'm getting what he would have gotten if we were to have came into union. I'm also getting extra. So I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but he does have to pay karmic debt, so he's indebted to me in that way as well. So, and that's just not for this lifetime. Like, he'll be paying karmic debt back to me for many lifetimes to come. Him forfeiting what he was supposed to get and sacrificing what he has already built, he will be rebuilding his life from the ground up for lifetimes to come. Like, he's starting from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take him a while to get back to where he was. You know, it's like he dug a really deep hole for himself. But the good part about it is that life is infinite. Lifetimes are come and go, and he has plenty of time to build himself back up. Not saying it's going to be easy, but and he'll learn what he needs to learn. So if he ever comes across, another karmic or any kind of situation that's not good for him, he will avoid it like the damn plague. Because one thing the universe will do is teach you. And you will keep getting those hard lessons until you learn. And I'm telling you, he will avoid any karmic situation like the plague. He'll know how serious it is. Because it's nothing like losing everything and having to rebuild. It's nothing like it. It's a reality check. And it's nothing to play about. But being a divine masculine, he'll learn. And he'll rebuild. But he and I will never be in union again. Like I already said that I don't want to be in union with him ever again. Will he be in union with another empress? Outside of me? I don't know. I don't see that being likely. He might get a queen one day, in the future. But I don't know. That's his business. That has nothing to do with me. I let it go. It's far behind me. But pretty much that's going to be my alimony. I'm getting what he would have gotten. Anything that would have came to him is mine. While he's paying his karmic debt, he won't have much coming to him in this lifetime and future lifetimes to come. He won't have much coming to him. Everything that he will have coming to him while he's paying karmic debt will be coming to me in future lifetimes. So my alimony will be like astronomical. My alimony will be very astronomical. And of course, I have my own good karma. I do my own work. And, I'm very, very, very abundant and, on my own anyway. But that's how my alimony works. I get everything. Now, a part of the reason that he has to pay karmic debt to me, he's indebted to me in that way, is not only involving who he decided to procreate with, whatever, but it also had to do with him prolonging. Like, he could have been just decided to do him and let me do me, like release me, let me go so I can go ahead about my journey. But he basically stalled and delayed my journey. And the way that works is pretty much because we were spiritual spouses, his choices directly affected me. And he's very intelligent. So he knew that he had certain rights, but he did not know that him trying to uh, use his rights against me would backfire on him. You know what I'm saying? So he would do certain things that would stall the ending, so that hurt me because I could have been doing other things. I could have been maybe even in a divine union by now with someone else, but he wanted to be selfish and it hurt me. And it hurt me a lot financially. I had to endure and sit and basically try to make ends meet and do all, like basically it was a lot. Nothing that I couldn't handle because, I can handle a lot. I can sit in the middle of a storm and be able to handle myself. And I didn't go down without a fight with him either. He cannot say that, it was easy for him dealing with me and holding me up was a walk in the park. I'll say that, but he has to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to pay for a lot. But here is a audio message that I sent to one of my divine soulmates, explaining to him because we were talking about like pretty much the pressure that we were under. And I was explaining to him how I could feel a shift that's going to happen. So here that is. I'd be so glad when this fucking energy shifts. It seems like this has been a long ass motherfucking like waiting game. Like, I've been sitting in a tight ass spot, like in a tight bind, you know. And once this energy fucking shifts all the way, the tables is gonna fucking turn. And the tight bind I've been in is gonna be magnified for old boy. It's just a matter of me thugging it out and just waiting. And it's been a long ass motherfucking time. But once them tables turn and that energy shift, it's gonna be a motherfucker. And I'm gonna like skyrocket and he's gonna fall so fucking hard. It's just a matter of time. But I'm thugging it out. I can handle it. It's not easy, but I can handle it. A lot of pressure though. And the kicker is he is not going to be able to, he wouldn't be able to handle what I'm basically enduring. He wouldn't be able to handle it, but I know he wouldn't be able to handle it magnified. Like, definitely fucking not. Most people can't. But that's another reason why he kept trying to keep me locked down, like trying to, because every time that he felt me leaving, he felt himself being stuck. So it was like a tug of war trying to stop me from leaving. But it was only a matter of time where he did not have no power, no choice, and right now he don't. So it's just he feels it. He feels it. I can feel it too. I can feel a shift coming, but he can feel it too. And that's gonna be a motherfucker. It's going to be a motherfucker for him. Now, when he felt the energy shifting, when that energy shifts, that means a old cycle is ending and a new cycle is beginning. By me leaving him and moving forward, he would be stuck in the old cycle. And usually, once a cycle is over, the person that's left behind usually has to pay karmic debt. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the end of their journey with me. So that's when the scales have to be balanced. So he was trying to stop that from happening, delaying the inevitable. So now that I'm free of him, I'm free to be in divine union with someone else. You know. So essentially that's my alimony. That's my alimony in a nutshell. It's not like the physical alimony, but it is cash money, like any kind of financial material abundance he would have gotten is going to come to me. You know, that's the way my life is going to be set up. Opportunities will come to me where I will make money, which are essentially blessings, gifts. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come to me. They will not be going to him. So yeah, that's my alimony in a nutshell, and that can really pretty much go for anyone that's in a situation where somebody might have been stealing from them, using witchcraft. Like, it's so many different ways that somebody can be indebted to you and owe you abundance because they were basically blocking or trying, being a hindrance in your life. There's so many different ways, but that's how that works. If somebody tries to stop, your abundance or be like a burden or like a blockage or even stealing, when it's time for them to pay the piper, they will have to literally pay the piper. Any kind of blessings or any kind of money that they would have gotten will go to you. You know, basically in life, like different blessings and opportunities will come to you that won't go to them. Like the scales will balance and they will go without while you get blessed. And it is monetary, you know. That's how that goes. But in a divine union, it's a little bit more extreme because there's more on the line. You know what I'm saying? So, and it also depends, on the connection and how much you would have gotten. Everybody's different. It's a situational type thing, but it's the same, overall. Okay, so that's how my ex-spiritual spouse forfeited his birthright because he was born with the right to be in divine union. That was his birthright. That was his birthright. So that's how he forfeited his birthright and how he owes me alimony and how my alimony will be paid to me. So that's pretty much it. You can ask questions in the comment section if you want. I'm more than open to answering questions. Like, subscribe, and share. Follow. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.